In today's video, we'll talk about deepfakes and how this application of artificial intelligence is already impacting our society. So let's get right into today's video. Hi and welcome to Fin Crime Agent. This is my YouTube channel where I'm talking about financial crime prevention and anti-money laundering related topics. Today we'll go a bit off topic and talk about one of the applications of artificial intelligence, which is called deepfakes. We have already seen huge amounts of predictions on how artificial intelligence can actually impact us in the long terms and in the future. Some in fact were very apocalyptic.
It's learning.
If you've been a kid in the 80s, probably you know that movie quite well, and we're not going to talk today about the future. I rather talk about the present and see how this phenomenon connected to artificial intelligence is already touching our society. So without further ado, let's start to bring up some slides and talk about deepfakes. So let's start to frame deepfake with a definition. This is a definition that I have extracted out of the Europol report that you can also find in the description of my video. Deepfake involves the use of artificial intelligence in order to manipulate or to generate some visual or audio contents that become extremely difficult for humans and also for technologies to understand if these are real or if they're actually fake ones. So essentially, deepfake is a manipulation of an audio or video image that becomes almost impossible to the human eyes to understand if it's true or if it's a fake. On the next slide, we can talk about some of the forms of deepfakes. The first form of deepfake is called face replacement. As the word is saying, this is an actual replacement of the face within the subject, and therefore you will have someone else's face into a body that is already filmed in that video doing something else. So it's also known as face swapping. The second application is face reenactment, and essentially you can manipulate the feature of someone's face. So you are not going to replace the face, but you can, for example, change how they move their lips when they are saying something or the expressions of their face by making some changes on their face but maintaining the face of the original subject. The third application is the face generation. This is where you are actually generating, using artificial intelligence, a new face. We've seen this in some of the apps on smartphones where you can make yourself older or younger, and that's an actual new generation of a face from an artificial intelligence image that is been modified from the source. And then you have the speech synthesis, and this is more correlated to the audio manipulation. Is an advanced way to model someone else's voice, and once the model of the voice is created, it can be used in several ways. You can have someone saying something from scratch that they never said, or maybe you can use their voice also to let them speak in other languages, which is another possible application for it. So these four that I've listed on the slide are the main and most common application now of deepfakes. Let's now look also about some of the negative effects of deepfakes and how this technology is really affecting our society already. Increasingly overwhelmed with artificial intelligence, the society may believe that a large amount of actual evidence, including images, they cannot be trusted anymore, leading to a phenomenon that is called information apocalypse or reality apathy. The damaging aspect here of deepfake is not the disinformation per se, but is the principle that any information could be fake. So if any information could be fake, you are not going to trust anything even when this is real. And this is posing a significant problem to the society already, where you have the spread of the second point, which is fake news. In fact, the difficulty in video verification is giving the possibility to reject any compromising audio or video material. So in other words, people can more easily brush off responsibility for something that they said or they've done, even if it's proven on audio and video, just because they can say this is a fake, and people will start to believe and not knowing when something is a fake or not. Those two aspects that I've already mentioned are already present in our society, and they're affecting all of us already. However, there are some more possible applications and negative effects that can take place in the short-term future. Those include disinformation campaigns. Potentially security fraud can take place at the back of this technology, extortion, online crimes against children, the obstruction of justice as well. There could be also some illicit markets emerging at the back of services in order to produce more deepfake videos or audio files. There are also positive aspects with the use of artificial intelligence for deepfakes. In fact, there are a number of industries that are applying positive use of deepfakes for the development of their technologies. The automobile industry is, for example, able to simulate car accidents and learn from those ones to avoid errors in the future, especially when autonomous car driving will become the norm into the society. The film industry can use this technology to resurrect some of the deceased actors. Not sure if this is a positive thing, but anyway, this is possible for cinematic effects, or otherwise using the voice synthesis would allow also actors to speak in several languages with their own voice. In the medical industry, we have a number of applications on how deepfake is having a positive impact. In fact, some of those include researchers that are in the position to develop artificial voice replacement for people who have lost their ability to speak. This is just one of them, but there are many others from a medical aspect. In business, there could be a number of applications as well. The translating speech functionality can support video conferencing call and make everybody more connected by using a similar approach as we mentioned before within the film industry. One more application is in the fashion industry, where it's possible to enable models to wear a number of virtual outfits with various skin tones. The height or the weight of various models can be adjusted, and therefore making all this process more dynamic and more flexible for the fashion industry as well. How do people access deepfake? At present, there are a number of smartphone applications that allows users to have deepfakes taking place in several ways. Otherwise, there are other companies that are providing deepfakes as a service online. So there are a number of ways to access this type of technology, and depending on how you want to use it, can be positive or negative. Nevertheless, because of those negative aspects related to deepfakes, it is important that we still maintain under control the usage of this application of artificial intelligence. We are currently doing that in two ways. One is with the detection aspect of deepfakes, and the other one is on the policy area. Ironically, the detection aspect is extremely hard because not even machines at the moment are in the position to clearly understand when a video or an audio is necessarily created as a deepfake or not. There are new tools that have been rolled out in order to detect when a video or an audio file is created at the back of deepfake technology. One that I discovered to be successful is Face Forensic++, but again, even those artificial intelligence machines are struggling to understand when a video is a fake or not. The other way to counter the negative aspects of deepfake is with policies. Highly realistic deepfake videos have set off alarm bells in the digital world, and as a result, several large social platforms have revised their user policies to forbid their own users from uploading or sharing deepfakes. As we are talking about deepfakes, there are also many myths and fake news around this information as well. So I think it's beneficial that I'm including some of those as well in my slides, and I leave those one to you to read if you want to find out about this myth and what is the actual truth around them. Those have been sourced from the Center for Data Ethics and Innovation, and again you can find a reference for this publication in the description of this video. So with that, I'm at the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope the information on deepfakes that I've shared are useful, and if you have enjoyed my video, remember to subscribe and press the bell so you can get notified once new videos are going live on my channel. Also, remember to check the description of my video where you will find links and references for the case studies that I've used to put together this video. In there you will also find my patreon.com page where with a small contribution you will become part of my Patreon community and receive some unique material created for my patrons. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, see you soon.